we might see a little rain today.
Well, mostly Thursday.
Okay.
A couple sprinkles maybe are possible late tonight, but Thursday's the day. Clouds will begin to build. We're seeing that already on our Walter Clark 111 cam, and we'll take a look at the timing and the chance of precipitation for the Coachella Valley and how much, all that stuff coming up.
Okay, all right, see you in a bit. Thanks, Jerry.
Yep.
On to our top story this morning, Jake and Rebecca Haro appeared in court yesterday to continue legal proceedings on charges they killed their infant son, Emmanuel, and filed a false police report. A judge scheduled their next settlement conference for October 16th and set a preliminary hearing date for October 28th. Just over a month ago, Emmanuel's mother reported being assaulted outside a Big Five in Yucaipa, and when she came to, her son was gone. But investigators soon noted inconsistencies in her story. Both parents then stopped cooperating, and on August 22nd, they were arrested at their Cabazon home. Emmanuel's body is still missing, though prosecutors said weeks ago they believe they know where his remains might be. It's a story raising some serious questions about accountability on the bench. And now the same Riverside County judge who let the father, Jake Haro, avoid prison time for a previous child abuse case is now back in court, even as Haro faces new charges in the death of his baby son. I've been following the case closely. Here's a look at my deeper dive into the issue. A couple of weeks ago, we told you the judge who presided over Jake Haro's child abuse case back in 2023 had retired. That's Judge Dwight Moore, the one who gave Haro probation and set a prison time after he beat his 10-week-old daughter so badly in 2018 that she's now bedridden with cerebral palsy. Well, fast forward to last week, Judge Moore was back on the bench in Riverside County, filling in for another judge in Department 65. And that's raising a lot of eyebrows. The Riverside County District Attorney says 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro would still be alive today if Judge Moore had handed down the 6-year prison sentence Haro was originally on track to receive, instead of what many call a slap on the wrist, 180 days of probation. What makes this even more surprising is who brought Judge Moore back. He was called in under the leadership of presiding Judge Jacqueline Jackson, herself a former prosecutor who spent much of her career handling child abuse cases. So it begs the question, how does a retired judge end up back in a courtroom after a decision that prosecutors say cost a baby his life? When asked about the controversy back in August, Judge Moore told the Long Beach Post, quote, "I'm absolutely precluded from commenting publicly about the case. In 18 years, this is the first time I've been taken to task in this manner about a decision I've made." He admitted the pushback caught him by surprise. And now, as the Haro murder case moves forward, it's possible Judge Moore could be holding court in the very same building at the Riverside County Courthouse. Meanwhile, an active investigation is underway in Whitewater after human remains were discovered on Monday night. According to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, the remains were found around 8:45 near Esperanza Avenue and Salton View Road. The Sheriff's Department clarified that it was adult human remains that were found, not a child. No other details have been released at this time. A Palm Springs man is facing murder charges accused of gunning down a 64-year-old pedestrian. 48-year-old Titus Holland was arrested Friday after a shooting near Avenida Circa and Corazon Avenue. The victim, a Palm Springs man, was walking through the intersection when shots were fired, possibly from a moving car. The man, whose name has not been released, collapsed on the street and died at the scene. Holland is also charged with possessing an illegal short-barreled rifle and faces sentence enhancements for gun use and great bodily injury. He's being held at the Benoit Detention Center on $5 million bail. Investigators say the motive for this killing remains unclear. A Cathedral City man attempting to flee officers yesterday caused a commotion in the area. City officers and staff were out doing routine probation checks when they attempted to contact a male under post-release community supervision. The man retreated back inside his home as a team deployed a drone. They then found him on the roof attempting to hide. He was then arrested and taken to the county jail on narcotics charges. We're going to head back outside. Here's a live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. What a beautiful look this morning from our Palm Springs camera. Let's check back in with Jerry to take a look at your forecast. Jerry?
Yeah, things change beginning today, setting up a chance of rain tomorrow for Southern California and possibly the Coachella Valley. 87 degrees right now under partly cloudy skies, light winds and 38% relative humidity. That number won't go down that much as more moisture is pulled into Southern California. A lot of 80s in the valley. Radar, yeah, quiet here. We have a little bit of action offshore of San Diego County, all part of a system that's still down to the south of us. It's remnants of Mario. Once a tropical storm, that will be pulled up into Southern California. We're getting some of the clouds from some of the feeder bands from that former system right now. Hot and humid. Most of the rain will happen late tonight in Southern California, setting up a better shot for tomorrow. But today, at or slightly above 100 degrees, that's normal for us in the valley, and higher dew points close to 60 degrees this afternoon. Highs today under partly cloudy skies, 101 in Palm Springs at Indio, 102 La Quinta, 103 Rancho Mirage, Cathedral City, and Palm Desert, 100 Desert Hot Springs. Comfort Air 3-day forecast. Yeah, best shot of rain will be on Thursday. Temperatures will be lower than normal because of the clouds and the rain moving through. There's a slight chance of a few leftover showers on Friday, but still 90s, mid-90s for the valley under partly cloudy skies. Full forecast. Look at that 7-day on the way.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Well, September is National Preparedness Month, and the city of Indio is introducing a citywide emergency alert system. They want you to sign up for urgent public safety notifications. Alerts will cover weather, road closures, evacuations, and other emergencies with no cost. To get the alerts, you can go to www.indio.org/alert. You can receive your notifications by text, phone call, email, in English or in Spanish. Riverside County's 30th Valleywide Employment Expo is set to take place this morning. For 30 years now, this job expo has brought together top employers from across the region. It'll take place at Fantasy Springs Special Events Center starting at 9 o'clock this morning, and it goes until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Participating employers registered for the event includes Aldi, Coachella Valley Behavioral Health, Desert Recreation District, La Quinta Resort and Club, Martha's Kitchen and Village, Indio Police Department, and the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens. It's free and registration is not required. The annual Palm Springs Business Expo and Taste of Palm Springs returns tonight at the Indian Canyons Golf Resort. The event is scheduled tonight at 5 o'clock and features over 100 local businesses as well as savory bites from over 40 local restaurants. Tickets for the event are $40. In Coachella, residents now have the chance to receive medical care close to home thanks to a fully equipped mobile health vehicle operated by Kaiser Permanente. This mobile unit sets up every Tuesday at Bagduma Park from 8:30 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Services include treatment for colds, seasonal allergies, asthma, and chronic conditions like diabetes and hypertension.
A mobile vehicle that comes to an area where you can actually access care a lot easier is very conveniencing for members. A lot of the times when they call to schedule appointments for the medical office buildings, there's not enough appointments to go around, so we're here to give that extra care. And also for individuals that it's hard for them to get to their medical office building, so they can get care here.
The mobile clinic also provides nutritional counseling, lab work, vision testing, and women's wellness services, all with the goal of improving access to health care across the community. The City of Palm Springs Parks and Recreation Department is building a new pickleball court. It's part of an expansion of the existing Demuth Park pickleball courts and will officially begin construction starting Monday, September 22nd. This means that the existing courts will be temporarily shut down. The new design will feature 22 new courts, including one tournament court, as well as enhanced lighting, new sidewalks, shade structures, and the planting of some new trees. The project is set to take approximately 8 months, opening in the spring of 2026. In the meantime, if you use the Demuth courts, the city has partnered with College of the Desert to provide 12 temporary courts. They will be on the satellite campus on South Hermosa Drive near East Barista Road. The temporary courts are now open for the community to enjoy. And just a reminder, there's some major road work on Highway 111 in Rancho Mirage today. That work is scheduled to continue for the next 2 weeks. This week, it will stretch from Rancho Mirage's western city limits to Rio Villa Florencio, and then from there to Paxton. Next week, the work will consist of Paxton to Bob Hope. Lane closures will be alternating during those times. Our Know Before You Go travel expert Chris Gunterson says to take Gerald Ford as your best alternative route. It's time now for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley and you guess where it is. So let me show you the photo. Take a good look here. Do you know where this is? You'll have a little time to think about it. We'll reveal this special location at the end of our broadcast. I'll give you a small hint before we get there, so stay tuned for that. Coming up next on your morning news, Starkey Sowers drops by the studio to talk about managing your pain the natural way. That's coming up next. But later, David Daniel takes a look at a newly announced Pokemon game. First, we'll head outside. Here's a live look at your Agua Caliente Casino camera in Rancho Mirage. There are some of the clouds, Jerry said, are moving in, and rain expected tomorrow. He'll have more on your 7-day forecast for you straight ahead.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Wellness Wednesday is sponsored by Clark's Nutrition Natural Foods Market. Live better, we can help.
Nerve pain can be debilitating, affecting everything from daily activities to your overall quality of life. Fortunately, there are ways to manage it and find some relief. Starkey Sowers is here with some tips and strategies to help combat nerve pain and improve your day-to-day comfort. This is a big one that I've been hearing about with shingles. Quite a few of my friends have gotten it recently. Your wife had it.
It's hit home with us, right? So with obviously my wife's had some treatments, and so she's got some neuropathy issues and stuff like that, and then shingles. And so I'm like scrambling every day trying to like help with this moment, right? And we've got some great doctors on the team as well too, and you need to have both, right? But let's see what we can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right?
Yeah.
So,
and natural remedies are good to explore, I feel, not just medications that treat the symptoms, but the underlying cause of it.
Well, and she's been doing things like laser treatment, red light therapies, all sorts of other different things as well too. She hasn't been really using much medication, so we've got an alternative doctor we're working with. So one of the things we've been working with is a lot of this stuff as well too. So it's like can we find anything that's going to make a difference, right?
Have you found anything that you would recommend?
So I'm going to go through the list.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to stop and talk as we go along. So
Okay.
first of all, when it comes to the list, make sure that you're getting ample amounts of B vitamins because B vitamins make a
Yes, that's
difference on the
huge.
nerves, right?
I started taking those every
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
I've noticed just in general, I feel better and I sleep better.
Yes. Remember that the B vitamins are going to help with neurotransmitters. When it comes to different things like serotonin, melatonin, they actually help the body form those things.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
as well as the uplifting hormones like dopamine, the morning hormones. Another one is ALA, alpha lipoic acid. It's another B vitamin family compound. And they use it for different things like blood sugar balance and things of that nature. And it does have some regenerative factors when it comes to the nerves. All these things you got to use for a long period of time.
Okay.
And I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So another one is acetyl L-carnitine. This is my favorite thing when I go play basketball. The mind-to-muscle action happens like crazy. It nourishes the nerves and just excites the brain and makes it work, right? So rolled all together, nerve and feet. So Terry Limberman
Nerve
puts
and
this
feet.
together
Okay.
with a bunch of other different things. And so this product is one of the #1 selling products we have in the store
Really?
for people that have different ailments when it comes to the nerves, right? But the thing is, you got to be consistent. You got to hang in for 2 or 3 months before you're going to be able to make a judgment call whether it's going to work for you or not.
Got it.
A lot of
Okay.
people get a little,
Like, it doesn't work. Day
right.
one, it's done.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So then we get over here, and this is same guy, by the way, Terry, okay? Good friend of ours, right? He puts out this curcumin, which is a combination of boswellia, curcumin, and the amino acid DLPA, which is great for chronic pain and depression.
DLPA.
DLPA.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
So what it does, it works very effectively with individuals that are suffering a lot of pain and like a lot of mood issues and stuff like that. DLPA has been around the market since the 80s and it's very, very effective.
Wow, that's great.
Okay. Combination together, a lot of people love this combination. Some of our best-selling items right there on the shelf.
Really?
So then
Hypericum.
a topical. This has been great for the shingles relief for my wife. She actually gets about 3 to 5 hours of a relief with it.
Okay.
Homeopathic formula, really cool. And then when it comes to the feet issue, had a lot of people come back in the door with this one for when they're doing like feet neuropathy issue,
Yes.
using it, definitely getting some relief on it.
Really?
as
So
well
you
too.
put this right on your feet?
Yep. It's an essential oil.
Frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah. And then I just brought a leg pain formula, which is like
A leg pain kit.
yeah. A lot of people have like different types
Wow,
of like
you've
nerve
got
pain.
lots of stuff
Yeah, I
for
just
people
thought,
to
you know,
explore on this department.
let's put it out, right?
Yeah,
So
great job. Wow, this is really wonderful. You know, my mom has peripheral neuropathy,
Right.
and it's just so challenging to find anything that really works.
And
So
acupuncture is a good
somebody's-
try sometimes. A lot of people do well with acupuncture, and good acupuncturists might be able to make a difference with stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we need to reach a little bit different.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. Starkey, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
being here.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
And we'll be right back.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Time for some refraction. Yeah, we're looking at some colorful skies right now. The clouds moving into the area. Our Walter Clark 111 cam. That's beautiful, huh? Yeah, clouds are beginning to thicken today. Yesterday, we had temperatures which were above normal. Kind of hot for mid-September. 106 the high in Palm Springs yesterday. 102 our normal. We'll be close to normal today. Then things change. 70 degrees at Yucca Valley, 83,000 Palms, 88. Currently at Palm Springs, 70 degrees at Banning at this hour, winds light, and they shouldn't be a problem today. As far as radar, yeah, quiet over the Coachella Valley now. That'll change. Give us another day. We're seeing a little bit of action off coast with a lot of lightning strikes, all part of a system that is moving in our direction. Mario has dissipated as a tropical system, but the remnants of it will be pulled up into Southern California, and that will increase the chance of rain late tonight through tomorrow into early Friday. You can see some of the feeder bands beginning to move into Southern California and here in the Coachella Valley as we speak. Now, the best shot of rain today will be to the south of us. Yeah, it's not going to move its way into Riverside County until late tonight through tomorrow, but 100 degrees to 104, that's normal for this time of year, and we'll see increasing cloudiness over the area. As far as rainfall estimates on the ensemble forecast, yeah, hit and miss, but this is all evening stuff here, and we could get a few sprinkles tonight. That's about it. Maybe hundredths of an inch total accumulation again this evening. 101 for high under clouds in Palm Springs. 101 also at India. 103 at Palm Desert. Overnight lows under clouds. Upper 70s, lower 80s for the Coachella Valley. Thursday, that'll be our rain day. We have a low pressure center spinning counterclockwise to the north and west of us, and high pressure center, that's a clockwise rotation. So atmospheric gears pulling up moisture into Southern California, and we'll see widely scattered stuff over the area. As far as rainfall estimates on the ensemble, we'll maybe see up to 0.3 of an inch here in the Coachella Valley, a little bit more in the mountains, of course, and up to maybe half an inch at best around the San Gorgonio Pass. Then Friday comes, a couple leftover sprinkles in the mountains, maybe a couple or two in the Coachella Valley. Again, that'll happen Friday morning. Breaking it down through the day, we're looking at maybe a 0.12 of an inch in the morning hours tomorrow in the west end of the valley, Palm Springs, and close to 1/3 of an inch between noon and 6 p.m. and a little less on the southeast end of the valley. We're looking at maybe 0.15 of an inch total accumulation. But again, there's a chance of very light sprinkles as you move into late Thursday into early Friday. Not a whole heck of a lot. That'll end by Friday afternoon and evening. And surface moisture, it's going to be up there today, but the highest numbers will happen on Thursday and Friday as lots of moisture being pulled into Southern California. Temps will be in the mid-90s. That'll be the case with clouds and rain on Thursday and higher humidity. That'll keep those numbers below normal. 94 degrees in Palm Springs and about the same 95 on Friday. Again, lots of moisture and some clouds sticking around. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 101 for Palm Springs today as clouds begin to thicken over Southern California. Best shot of rain, that'll be Thursday morning and afternoon. Still some light showers on and off possible through Friday morning. Then we clear out on Saturday with a high of 101. Hotter weather early next work week. Hashtag holiday calendar and pop quiz alert. Yes, it's time for a couple questions coming up loosely related to one of the questions. Our holidays happening today, brought to you by One Coachella Valley. Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. It's International Country Music Day.
Oh.
Yeah, from Hank Williams and Eddie Arnold to Toby Keith and Morgan Wallen, who has the #1 single right now with I'm the Problem on the country music charts. Yeah, celebrate your country music. Got any favorite country songs that you like to sing?
I'm more of a hip hop girl.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't really have a lot of country songs.
Hip hop country.
Hip hop country. Yeah, that's a new thing.
National Monte Cristo Day is today. It's a sandwich of ham, turkey, and cheese dipped in batter, fried, and served with powdered sugar on the top. At least that's what I found out by looking it up on Google.
Oh, that looks so good. You know who has a good Monte Cristo is La Provence here in Palm Desert. They opened about a year ago.
Nice.
It's so good.
Maybe a lunch idea today.
Yeah, great
right?
breakfast, great lunch.
Monte Cristo Day. Also, National Table Shuffleboard Day is today. It's a game where players slide heavy disc-shaped objects called pucks across a long wooded table and a target on the other end that you have to get close to. And there it was. And I just want to say, this is kind of weird. Remember a long time ago, we talked, we had a question in our pop quiz about Egg and Dart?
Yes.
What kind of a store it was?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I just happened to be on 111 in Palm Desert at a store, and I saw there's Egg and Dart. I'm going to see what the store is all about.
Did
so
you
I walked
pop
in there. The guy recognized me. He says he loves watching Mary in the morning doing the news. This is Patrick DeRiso.
Oh, how
He's at Egg and Dart. And they have in the store. What a coincidence. I took this picture yesterday of a table shuffleboard.
How fun. I've been in the store once. I didn't see the shuffleboard.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't go wrong. They have, it's the best. It's the best design shop. It's so great.
Anyway, high-end stuff like that shuffleboard. It's very, very, very nice.
Oh, that's so great, Jerry.
Thanks,
Look
Patrick.
at that. Were you designing your house?
No.
Just happened to
Yeah,
go. Oh,
I should.
You were just wanting to see what was in there.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Also, it's International Time's Up Day. It's about unfinished business, taking care of it, or repairing relationships. So yeah, time's up with that. Take care of it today. And time is our key question in today's pop quiz. First of two, got a couple of multiple choice questions. The Time is an American funk rock band founded in Minneapolis and closely related to Prince. Their two biggest hit singles, The Bird and Jungle Love, were on the charts in 1984. Name the lead singer of The Time. Is it A, Billy Ocean, B, Morris Day, or C, Luther Vandross?
Oh my gosh, is it playing in the back?
Yes, it is.
Can you turn it up, up, up? Oh gosh, that's right. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know exactly who sings, but I'm gonna say it's Luther.
Okay, control room. Any idea? You got a B?
B.
And a B.
B.
And a B.
And we got a B and some moves.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
good
jamming
job,
in the
guys.
back. Yeah, it's Morris Day and The Time.
How fun.
Okay, second question. The phrase, who controls the past controls the future, who controls the present controls the past. It's a quote illustrating totalitarian regime which can manipulate history to maintain absolute power. In which dystopian novel can you find this quote? Is it A, Brave New World,
I was
B,
just thinking that.
The Handmaid's Tale, or C, 1984?
Wow.
Who controls the past? Yeah, controls the future. What do you got there? Got lots of C's and
I
an
don't
A?
know.
Yeah, it's 1984.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even read that.
All great novels.
Yes, I love A Brave New World.
Aldous
Yeah, Brave
Huxley,
New World is so good.
Margaret Atwood, and of course, Orwell.
Yeah. Wow.
Great novels. Okay, back in a bit. Keep it here. Jam out to The Time.
Police say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Wednesday, September 17th. I'm Mary Strong. Jerry's going to have your forecast coming up for you in just a few minutes, but first a look at some of the stories making headlines at this hour. President Trump is visiting the UK today for his second state visit. Protests are planned today for London. The president's visit with the royals comes as the countries work on trade deals and look for ways to end wars in Gaza and Ukraine that appear to be ramping up despite the president's peace efforts. NBC's Alice Barr has the very latest for us.
President Trump arriving in the UK for an unprecedented second state visit by an American president. The royal reception at Windsor Castle, hosted by King Charles.
He's been a friend of mine for a long time, and everybody respects him.
With pageantry marked by full military honors and secured by an extraordinary police presence on land, air, and water.
We're going to be doing high visibility patrols, some searching, some specialist searching in and around the area.
In one sign of tightened security, an open carriage ride for the president, first lady, and the royal family set to be contained inside the castle grounds and out of public view, with a heightened threat environment prompting a top-to-bottom review.
A review of the routes being taken, the premises, the residents they're staying at, looking at any buildings that overlook those areas.
Protesters already gathering outside Windsor, some unfurling a giant photo of President Trump with Jeffrey Epstein, the scandal over the late sex offender rearing its head in the UK after the Prime Minister fired the British ambassador to the U.S. amid new details about his ties to Epstein. Protesters also speaking out on the escalating wars in Gaza and Ukraine, as President Trump again pressured Ukrainian President Zelensky to end the war Russia started.
You're going to have to get going and make a deal.
Solidarity for Ukraine sure to be top of mind in 2 days of meetings with one of America's closest allies. From Windsor Castle, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Meanwhile, Tyler Robinson, the suspect charged in the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk, appeared virtually in a Provo, Utah courtroom yesterday. Robinson made his initial appearance from jail in front of 4th District Court Judge Tony Graff, who read through the multiple charges against Robinson and informed him that he could face the death penalty. Robinson, who appeared to be wearing a protective vest, spoke only when asked to state his name. He appeared to nod when Judge Graff told him he would remain jailed without bail. The judge also issued a protective order today for Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk. The order bars Robinson from contacting her and warns of additional charges if he violates that order. Robinson has yet to be appointed an attorney. His next hearing is scheduled for September 29th at 10 a.m. local time. Earlier, prosecutors announced that they will seek the death penalty. New York State has thrown out some of its charges against Luigi Mangione. The accused killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was in court for the hearing on Tuesday morning. Judge Gregory Caro dismissed 2 murder charges related to terrorism, but approved murder in the second degree. A crowd of supporters gathered outside the courtroom, with many wearing the Luigi video game character's green color as a symbol of solidarity. The 27-year-old Mangione still faces federal charges and other state charges in Pennsylvania. He has pled not guilty on all charges. FBI Director Kash Patel appeared before elected officials on Capitol Hill yesterday, where he spoke about Jeffrey Epstein and more. NBC's Ryan Nobles has the very latest.
FBI Director Kash Patel grilled by Democrats.
I follow you on your social media posts that tear this country apart.
To address your falsehoods.
Criticizing Patel for initially announcing, then taking back news a suspect was caught in the Charlie Kirk shooting investigation.
So that was a mistake.
I don't see it as a mistake. I see it as something working with the public to identify that there was a subject
So if
in
you
custody.
But Patel touting the FBI's record.
This FBI is delivering the results we are delivering to include the lowest murder rate in modern U.S. history.
And also making headlines on the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein.
Who, if anyone, did Epstein traffic these young women to besides himself?
Himself. There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals.
Democrat Adam Schiff arguing the administration has not been transparent about why Epstein co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell was moved to a lower security prison.
You want the American people to believe that? Do you think they're stupid?
No. I think the American people believe the truth, that I'm not in the weeds on the everyday movements of
you're
inmates.
Not in the,
you are the biggest
weeds?
fraud to ever sit in the United States Senate.
But all you care about is a child sex predator that was prosecuted by a prior administration, and the Obama Justice Department and the Biden Justice Department did squat.
And that was NBC's Ryan Nobles reporting. Ben & Jerry's co-founder Jerry Greenfield has quit the company after 47 years. In a letter addressing the Ben & Jerry's community that was shared by his partner Ben Cohen on social media platform X today, Greenfield said that the company has lost its independence since Unilever curtailed its social activism. Unilever and Ben & Jerry's have clashed since 2021 when the Chubby Hubby maker said it would stop sales in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. Greenfield and Cohen sold their company to Unilever in 2000 and, according to Greenfield, were guaranteed the independence to pursue their values. In March, Ben & Jerry's accused Unilever of breaching its merger agreement for ousting its then CEO David Stever because of the brand's public comments on progressive issues. In January, the ice cream company alleged that Unilever unilaterally barred a post referencing abortion, climate change, and universal health care because it mentioned President Trump. Unilever has rejected those claims. Economists and investors broadly predict borrowing money will soon be a little cheaper. The Federal Open Market Committee is meeting today. It's comprised of Federal Reserve Board governors and certain Fed bank presidents. Today, they're deciding whether or not they're going to cut interest rates. Amy Kiley reports on what that means for your wallet.
My expectation is they will vote for a cut.
Analysts expect Federal Reserve decision makers to reduce interest rates today for the first time since December. Most estimate at least a quarter-point drop. That would bring the target federal funds rate to between 4 and 4.25%. Such a cut usually makes it cheaper to borrow money.
They set the price and supply of money. That literally affects how much we pay for our mortgage, our credit card, our auto loan, and it affects really the entire base of business.
The Fed vote comes as FICO reports the biggest credit score drop since the Great Recession. For some Americans, that's pushing loan costs the other way.
The higher the score, the cheaper it is to borrow, and vice versa. Lower scores make it more expensive to borrow.
In addition to impacting debt, a Fed interest rate cut also can increase inflation. Many economists say tariffs are doing that already.
Things are going to cost more in the grocery store. Your BLT is going to be like bacon and lettuce because tomatoes are up.
Fed decision makers also affect the yield on savings accounts and CDs, and they can influence retirement funds in the stock market.
They will indicate what we call a loosening bias or an easing bias, but they won't commit ahead of time to future cuts. And I think the markets may react a little negatively to that.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
It's time now for Your Health Today, brought to you by Inland Empire Health Plan. It's still considered relatively rare for a younger adult to have a heart attack, but past research suggests that while heart attack rates have declined in older adults, they've increased in those under age 40, especially among women. And a new study reveals some potential hidden causes of that trend. Mandy Gaither looks at the data and what one of the study's authors hopes people will take away from it.
In the U.S., it's the most common cause of heart attacks. Coronary artery disease causes the narrowing of arteries due to plaque buildup, restricting blood flow. But not all heart attacks are caused by blockages.
There are different types of heart attack and non-traditional heart attacks that can affect younger people.
Dr. Claire Raphael with Mayo Clinic is first author of a study that looks into why there's a concerning rise in heart attacks among young adults, especially younger women who don't necessarily have traditional risk factors like high cholesterol. She says 1 in 10 heart attacks in women under age 65 are caused by something called spontaneous coronary artery dissection, or SCAD.
The artery in the heart suddenly develops either a tear or blood forms around the outside of the artery, and that impedes the blood supply to the rest of the heart. So it causes a heart attack without having any cholesterol buildup.
Researchers say SCAD was nearly 6 times more common in women than men and typically affects younger and otherwise healthy women. Raphael says it can be triggered by something like intense exercise, but can also happen out of the blue. And she hopes this data brings awareness of more non-traditional causes of heart attack, even if more common causes aren't present, to prevent patients from being misdiagnosed.
Anyone can have a heart attack. It's not just older people or smokers. So if you have chest pain and you don't feel right, get it checked out.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Well, earlier we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you the photo again, give you a little hint before we reveal the location at the end of our broadcast. So here's the photo. Here's the hint. You can find the stage at a community park. Think about that. We'll tell you more about this location coming up later in our broadcast. Straight ahead, we step into the ring with our Tim O'Brien at the sports desk. That's next. But first, we're going to head back over to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast. Jerry?
Yeah, we're already seeing clouds associated with former Tropical Storm Mario moving into Southern California. That will thicken clouds throughout the day today and set up a chance of rain, especially for tomorrow. Even thunderstorms through the mountains are a possibility. And what about the weekend? We'll check that out, too. Full forecast, a look at radar, and computer models as far as rain chances tomorrow. That's next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, We're at Dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but
officially, sun is up. Our Walter Clark 111 cam, a spectacular view there with thickening clouds, which we'll see throughout the day into tomorrow. Yesterday, we had kind of a hot day. We had temps at 106 in Palm Springs and 102 are normal. Well, today the numbers go down with the rain chances go up beginning tonight through tomorrow. Now, as far as temps right now, 71 degrees at Yucca Valley, 83,000 Palms, 82 at Indio, 73 at Banning. Winds light, should stay that way for the rest of the day. As far as radar, yeah, not a whole lot going on yet. That'll change late tonight through tomorrow. You can see a little bit of action offshore, scattered thunderstorms off the coast in the Northeast Pacific, off the coast of San Diego and LA counties. That basically will begin to move in our area late today through tomorrow. As far as Mario, which once was a tropical storm, now just a remnant low, but the remnants of that system is being pulled up into Southern California, and already some of the feeder bands from what was Mario are moving into Southern California. We're getting the clouds, which will thicken late today through tomorrow. As far as today's surface map, 100 to 104, normal numbers today, but higher humidity, and the rain begins to move into Southern California late tonight. Now, according to the ensemble forecast, a few sprinkles are possible this evening in the valley. Not much accumulation, but again, just hit and miss stuff. That'll be tonight for Southern California. Today, 101 in Palm Springs, 103 at Palm Desert, 99 degrees at 29 Palms, 95 at Cabazon. Overnight lows tonight under clouds will be in the upper 70s, lower 80s. And tomorrow looks like the best shot of rain as we have a low pressure center, counterclockwise rotation there. And then we have a high, which is a clockwise rotation. We're sandwiched between those two gears, which will pull up a lot of moisture in Southern California. So Thursday looks like the best rain day for us. A higher humidity and, of course, the chance of rain, clouds keeping those numbers below normal. We'll see lots of middle 90s for highs. Now, as far as rain on Thursday, maybe up to 1/3 of an inch, according to the ensemble forecast for the Coachella Valley, up to maybe 1/2 inch around the San Gorgonio Pass, more in the mountains. And then on Friday, after the system begins to wane and move out of the area, we could see some leftover moisture. This is morning stuff. Nothing really for the valley. A couple sprinkles are possible, again, early in the day on Friday. Here's the NOAA hourly forecast as far as rain totals. We could see the best shot of rain for the Coachella Valley Thursday morning and afternoon. We could see maybe up to 3 or 4/10 of an inch of rain, about maybe 1,500ths on the southeast end of the valley near Indio. And then maybe a couple sprinkles as we move into Friday morning. After that, that all comes to an end. Surface moisture begins to spike beginning today, but especially Thursday and Friday with dew points near 70 degrees. We'll begin to dry out after that. As far as temps are concerned, yeah, the clouds and rain will keep us below normal. Again, we should be at 102 instead. Middle 90s for Thursday under clouds and that chance of rain. Friday, a couple sprinkles, but again, lots of 90s in the valley as we slowly begin to clear out. To review, Comfort Air 7-day forecast. 101 today with thickening clouds. Tomorrow's the best shot of rain morning and afternoon. Thursday's high in Palm Springs, 94 degrees. Couple sprinkles maybe Friday morning, high of 95. 101 on Saturday and 102 on Sunday. That's normal stuff, but we really begin to turn up the heat. That'll be next week, Monday.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're at Dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
These are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Oh, welcome back. It's no secret the desert produces some of the world's best fighters. And one local athlete training right here in Indio uses the lessons learned in the valley when he enters the octagon. Our Caitlin Kelly has more.
This flawless combination by Larian Douglas sent Cam Teague to the mat on Dana White's Contender Series, ultimately punching his own ticket to the UFC.
What do I say? What do I say about your fight? Incredible knockout.
But moments like this aren't built in the cage. They're forged long before the bright lights and the walk to the octagon.
Me and my team, we've been through all this strategic part of the fight through whole camp. So we spent almost like 3 months doing that. So it was just a thing that we trained for.
But a knockout of this magnitude doesn't happen by chance. Douglas earned it. Training with the best in the business, boxing masters Joel and Antonio Diaz, and UFC legend Cub Swanson.
I spoke to him before the fight. I called him and I told him, Douglas, believe on the right hand. Before his last fight in camp, he will come in and we will work on a lot of things. And one of the main things was his right hand, because here in the gym, he hurt some of my boxers with his right hand. With the right hand. Yeah, he would hit them and he would put them down.
And that right hand was so epic, it didn't just end the fight, it made SportsCenter's top 10 plays, landing at number 1.
When I was walking, one of my friends was like pointing to the TV, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. ESPN put me like a highlight. That's pretty nice, yeah. And then my friend was like, no, you didn't get it. That's called SportsCenter. It's like a big thing in America.
Unbelievable. Come on over here. Welcome to the UFC.
Now, Douglas hoping to make his first UFC appearance before December, all while aiming to earn a spot in the historic July 4th card, which will take place at the White House. And that'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
A man has been arrested in Georgia in connection with the theft of hard drives containing unreleased music by Beyonce. Hard drives and other items connected to the Grammy Award winner were stolen from an SUV in Atlanta over the summer. The vehicle had been rented by her choreographer during a stop on the singer's tour. Atlanta police believe Kevin Evans is the man who broke into the SUV. Evans was arrested by police in Hapville, Georgia, south of Atlanta. He's behind bars facing a charge of entering an automobile with intent to commit theft. Investigators have not recovered the hard drives that were allegedly taken. Nintendo has announced a brand new Pokemon game, plus a very different duo of detective games are playable now. Rick Demigella has more.
This land is just waiting to be shaped by a Ditto that looks like a human.
Here is your first look at Pokemon Pokopia. Nintendo has revealed the Poke-themed life sim is coming to its Switch 2 console, with players taking on the role of a Ditto transformed to look like a human. Poke fans will have to wait until sometime in 2026 to play the game. A game you can play now is Little Problems, a cozy detective game. No crimes to solve here, but plenty of sleuthing and investigation as players help a university student navigate life's little problems. The game is available now via Steam. A very different detective game is NeoCab. Previously playable on PC, Mac, and Nintendo Switch, the cyberpunk-themed narrative adventure is now available on iOS devices. Leveling up in Hollywood, I'm Rick Demigella.
We're going to head outside. Here's a live look from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera as the sun comes up. We still got some clouds out there as rain makes its way slowly into the valley. Jerry will explain next, and we'll reveal our Where in the Valley special location. Stay right here.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
It's time now to reveal our special location for our broadcast today. Did you guess where this beautiful stage is? It's the Cathedral City Community Amphitheater. It's right next to City Hall at the heart of the downtown area, and it's used for a number of local events. Well, today is Constitution Day, and the National Archives is celebrating 250 years of America's freedom. For the first time, the entire U.S. Constitution will be on display for visitors to see at the U.S. Capitol. Also on display, the original Bill of Rights and more than a dozen other constitutional amendments. Wow, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Very neat. It'd be neat to see that, right, in person.
Big
So
anniversary
cool.
today.
Yeah, right.
Okay, as far as the weather, clouds will thicken throughout the day. We do have some feeder bands moving in from what once was Tropical Storm Mario, and that will lead to a chance of rain tomorrow. Today, though, we'll see thickening clouds. 101 in Palm Springs, pretty close to normal there. Same for Indio, 102 La Quinta, 103 Cathedral City and Rancho Mirage. Now, the best shot of rain as of today looks like it'll happen on Thursday morning and afternoon, and then maybe a couple sprinkles late Thursday into Friday.
Looking forward to that. We'll have more news for you coming up at 11 on your midday news. We hope you go out and make it a great day today, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.